All right, so welcome everybody. We are going to be talking about how to navigate pathways. I am going to go ahead and share my screen, and Kelly is here to help me make sure that I cover everything we want to cover and ask questions. All right, so I should be sharing my screen now. And as you see, I'm in the Toastmasters website, and we're going to log in, and I'm pretty sure that when I log in you won't see all of my information when I do so. So you'll log in, and then it just is spinning right now.
Mine does that too.
Yep. I think it's when you're using other apps, things slow down, but that's okay. So okay. I'm not sure why it didn't log in. So, oops.
I've got mine. Maybe. Maybe if I can find my screen where it went off to.
No.
Yeah, I'm logged in if we want to.
Okay, if you want to try sharing your screen,
Okay,
and we'll see if it works that way.
sounds good. I am going to share my screen. Oh, it says host disabled participant screen sharing. That's what we were talking about. Is how to change things in Zoom while you're using Zoom.
Yeah.
All this fun technology. Okay, here we go. I am going to share. This is what I see when I log in.
Yes.
So where do I go from here, Vicki?
Okay, so on the navigating bar where it says about, the next one is pathways. So you'll click on pathways. And then in the middle, it says go to base camp. Now, if you haven't chosen your path, you can choose your path above, but Kelly's already chosen her, so she's just going to go to base camp. Okay, excellent. And as you see, there's those 3 different ones. Now, choose your path after you get your free one. You can always purchase more paths if you want to. And the navigator on the right-hand side, it just tells you more about how to use this program. So if you have questions, you can always use that. But we're just going to go to the middle one that says access my path through Basecamp. And Kelly is going to just click go to Basecamp. And it should bring up her path. Now it'll have great information all over.
Okay.
All right, and so it looks like you picked where it says paths and learning kind of down in the middle a little bit. It looks like you have 2 different paths: dynamic leadership and strategic relationships. So you can open either one of those. And this will open your path. All right, and as you see, there's different levels. So when you're just starting out, you'll start with level 1. And as you see with Kelly's, hers says 50%. So she did her icebreaker, and she has also done the evaluation and feedback. So let's go ahead and let's let's activate a new one, because most people won't have finished that. So when you activate it, you click that.
Okay.
And then you have to click launch.
Launch. We're going to launch.
And for each education path or module within the path, you have your icebreaker, you have the evaluation and feedback, and then you have your research. each one has basically the same components. And that's why I wanted to have her start with one that where you have to activate it first, and then you launch it, and it spins.
It's the beauty of satellite internet.
Yes. And then it says begin. You'll be doing this project. So she'll click the begin. And it just gives you a little bit of navigation again, just in case you haven't remembered. And it does it with every single one. So pretty soon you just start clicking right through it. So she'll just click through. And then it tells you a little bit about this particular project that you'll be working on. And so you just read through the material, and then you click the next. And this will be where if you want to print your project, you can, or you can just download it and save it to your computer, whichever you want. And then it just kind of tells you what the purpose is, what your the objective is for this particular assignment. And then you can also see that you have a list of project checklist. There's just always so much information, and that's just a checklist, but you can also access it at the end as well. So yep, go ahead and click the next one. And so every assignment has assess your skills, and you'll do this every time you have this. Now, I'm not going to make Kelly go through this whole thing right now, but she'll complete that assessment. Then she'll do her project, and then she'll have assess your skills after. And I wonder if it'll let you go through. Oh, it does. Okay. And then it kind of gives you information about this. It'll give you what competencies you'll be learning when you do this project, and so forth. And then there's a download for the research worksheet, the download for the speech outline worksheet, and these are always the same set of questions. Therefore, if you want to download it every time, you can, but when you get through, you'll see that you don't need to download it as much because they're basically the same. So that's how you do that. Go ahead and go through again. And this will go ahead.
Oh, that's great. It's just really well organized and everything is packaged right in there.
It is. So as you go through it, it just teaches you all sorts of things. Now, down at the bottom where it says where leaders are made, and then there's that bar that says select to move to another screen. If you click that, that's one way you can also navigate to where you want to go.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And so that's another way to navigate through there.
Okay. When you're done, you can.
Yep. Click that.
Okay.
And if you go the more, it just keeps telling you what you need to do.
More and more and more.
And then one more, click the arrow one more time. So this page always has everything that you need. Your evaluation resource, which is what you will send to your evaluator. You can print your project. Some people like paper, and you can do that. Again, the research worksheet and the speech outline worksheet. So as you see, you can get this information on several different pages. It shows up several times. Okay. So questions, Kelly, so far?
No, this so far is really great. I mean, it really just leads you through step by step. And again, it's easy to find things. I didn't even know about this little bar down here. I just thought you had to click through the whole thing. And this is great. Like this lets you kind of jump around and look back, and then you're not having to click through everything. And then it has the afterwards self-assessment. I think it's really good. You know, we go through and we do the project and we get the evaluations, but how often do you sit with yourself and and go, okay, you know, how do I feel about it? And
Right.
this gives you the opportunity to kind of digest that and maybe give it a day or two after you do your speech, and then to circle back and wrap it up in there.
Yep. Okay, so the way to get out of this project though is you have to X out and on the tab in
Oh,
order to get out of it, but then you can go to the tab that says open curriculum again.
okay.
Uh,
May have I don't want to oh, so I just like totally close this tab. My Zoom is all stacked up here and I can't see to
I
out of things the way this is, and it's driving me a little nuts with the flyout thing. Flyout
yeah,
menus are awesome, but they're also annoying. Here we go.
right.
So I'm gonna close that. We're gonna go
Okay.
back to open curriculum.
All right. So it kind of tells you on this where you are at. So Kelly's halfway done with this level. She's done that path now. After you get everything complete, then where it says level 1 completion, there'll be a tab that opens up once you've completed everything to submit. And
Oh,
then,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
kind of
great.
hidden. Yeah. And then it's kind of one of those things you submit it, and then the vice president of education goes in and approves it. And then they also mark it in the Toastmasters dashboard. So it's kind of a twofold thing. So the people that need to know how that you've completed is basically the vice president of education. So do you have any questions that you want me to answer?
Well, I was just I wasn't sure how when you complete all of the mini projects in your level, how to submit that, but it sounds like once you do get them done, it automatically unlocks the level 1 completion, and then you just go in there and select that and go through the process of sending that, correct?
Correct.
That's super easy. It makes everything so easy to keep track of. Just thinking back to the old books that we had and how I had things stapled in there and it just looked horrendous.
Yeah.
I like the organization of this, and it's easy to circle back to because we all get busy and we're doing stuff with work and kids and home and all over the place, and if you've had a month or two off and you come back, everything's easy to find.
That's right. That's right. All right. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to